What's up, guys? Aqua Gang, what a man. Alright, so let us get started on your energy. What is Aquarius' energy? Okay, find out. Alright, so first of all, you're amazing. Okay, I'm just saying. So Queen of Pentacles. I see you as a very strong, a strong leader, you know, very courageous, and like really goes out there and gets shit done. See you as that queen pin hustler energy, like you know. Ten of Cups in reverse tells me you may have let go of like some idea of like love or companionship. I swear to God, English is not my first language. But yeah, so fucking, what was I saying? Yes, you like, it's like you're focused on your hustle. You're focused on your growth, your development, but it's like you're such a strong leader. It's like you're so good at that. And then it's like when it comes to the home life shit, that's where you're like, fuck, this is rocket science. This person wants me to have feelings and talk about them. You know, like, what's all this? Or, you know, what if there isn't a person, you know? And what if you're just kind of like in that zone of like, there is no person, right? But I see this energy of also being at a crossroads, right? 2 wands indicates like choosing a direction, choosing a path, having a couple options here. So let's break it down, guys. What's going on with ya? Queen of Pentacles. Let's talk about your hustle. That's what you really, that's your real happy ending, isn't it? Like, you just over here doing the most. I know it. Oh, I see. So, you work to distract yourself from something here. Something a little deeper. Something that lies below the surface here. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, I get this energy of like, you don't want to have to be that harsh, cutting energy, right? Like, you know, you're fully capable of it, but I feel you coming from like a level of not wanting to be so like self-righteous or so like you just don't want to contribute to any drama or anything like that. You're just kind of out of, you're more grounded, right? Pentacles is all about that earth energy. It's like more grounded, stable energy. You're not sitting in the swords energy of like ready to go, you know, like which is, you know, you might have some earth energy in your chart, you know, and you might be identifying a bit more with that, like your north node. If you are, I recommend watching videos based on that zodiac sign, because I feel like it, like for me, my north node is Capricorn, so sometimes I'll go and watch Capricorn readings and I get like more like stories that are more in line with my actual story than, you know, and I have Cancer ascending. So it's like sometimes I'll go watch the Cancer videos, Venus and Pisces. So it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, even Pisces, if, you know, in regards to love readings, I feel like Pisces would be the most like, you know, in tune with myself. And I haven't really gone out looking for a love reading in a while. Okay, I'll be honest. You know me, I'm an Aquarius too, sun and moon. So, yeah. But anyway, I feel this energy of you might be identifying with another part of yourself, you know, another aspect of your chart here. Two of Swords in reverse tells me that you're not at peace with something. Like, there's something that still troubles you. But this Three of Wands in reverse, it's in regards to, like, some third party situation, a love triangle, some sort of something, right? With the Ten of Cups in reverse, something didn't work out here. And you had to let go of the notion that it would. So let's talk about it. Very nice. Alright. So, I see Temperance here, right? Sagittarius energy. This tells me that, like, you've gone through your shadow work. You've had your ego death. You're like, this was the shadow work. Letting go of that thing. Letting go of the thing that kind of takes your peace from you. You know? It's like with the Knight of Wands, I see that you probably spoke a truth here. You probably, like, or somebody spoke a truth to you. And this is where the shadow work kind of came in. Six of Wands. This was kind of a victory for you, though, to kind of say your truth and to like go through the shadow work. I know that it seems like it would not be like, because you're like, well, you know, I didn't get this thing that I wanted, but you learned really intrinsic values about who you are and what your actual values are, you know. You were able to start really identifying with deeper aspects of yourself through this. Queen of Cups. But you're in love. Or, you know, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in love. It could mean that you're just very emotionally mature, right? You're very, well, you might be in love because of that third party situation. But you're also very emotionally mature. Like, you know how to handle your emotions. You know how to, like, work through them and really, you know, guide yourself in that way. The Lovers. It's like, I see kind of this energy of saying kind of like, I want my divine counterpart or nobody. You know? With the Four of Wands in reverse, it tells me that just nothing else works. You know? And that's fine. But it's also like, I just feel like you're in that energy of like, I will have only my divine counterpart. You know, like there's just nobody else. Which I think is very honorable. And I feel like that's a very fair position to be in. Like, who can force you to be with anybody else? Like, you don't have to go through this shit with your karmics, you know? Pay your karmic debt some other way, you know? Sometimes if you introduce your own suffering, like, fast for it, do something, you know, where you restore the balance for that situation, and it's just, you know, your karmic debt's paid for, you know. I will not have another karmic relationship. So I understand what you mean on that aspect. Like, it's either the real one or it's nothing. Two of Wands tells me that you're kind of at a crossroads, though. What is this about? I need to re-clarify that. I see. You battle your shadow even still. Okay, but not in the same way, because you have the temperance. It's like you've been tempered, but like with the Empress, with the Empress, I see you, standing in your power, right? This is divine feminine, like, hella strong leadership energy. Like, this is powerful ass energy, right? But then in the Princess, we have the Princess of Swords in reverse, right? And it's kind of like your lower self, right? And that's why it's a princess, I feel like. It indicates your lower self kind of showing up being like, I don't want to have to cut something off. But like your higher self is kind of like, we gotta, you know? And it's like, I feel like that's the crossroads. It's like having your higher and lower selves kind of trying to battle it out a little bit. Let's talk about that. What does your lower self not want to cut out? Yeah, your lower self doesn't want to end a cycle with a karmic situation with this Three of Cups in reverse. It's like, okay, like some part of you in your lower self is like still kind of like about it. But your higher self, your Queen of Cups self is like, no. You know, it's like, I feel like it's literally the difference between instant gratification and having, like, everything. You know, it's like, I don't feel like instant gratification is what you're really looking for. I feel like it's easy, you know? And so sometimes we're like, we just kind of want what is easy or, you know, what is readily available, versus actually putting in the work for something that could provide better stability, longevity, and satisfaction overall in your life. Alright, so what is your future energy? Right? Letting go of this, kind of like, yeah, we've got the Ten of Swords. You're gonna put an end to whatever that past karmic shit is, whatever keeps coming up. And you're gonna realize there's a reason that it keeps coming up. And you just have to face it and kind of like tackle it as it shows up, you know? Princess of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, it's like your lower self is going to be put in a position where it needs to let go as well, you know? Even your lower self is going to start listening to your higher self and be like, okay, yeah. You know, it's just, it's hard, you know? It's hard when you have, like, an emotional, you know, connection to your past or whatever. You're, like, you have nostalgia or whatever, but then it's also, like, if you know, it's like the Little Mermaid, right? Like, she fell in love with Eric, right? Prince Eric. And she was just like, that's the one, that's the guy, you know? And it's like, okay, but like, imagine she goes, you know, gets legs, and then she's on the beach, and some other guy finds her. She already fell in love with Eric. She already had her heart set on that. I don't believe, like, yeah, it might be easy and readily available for her to end up with some random dude, but it's like, she knew from, like, the get-go that it was Eric, you know? She had a fucking statue of him. Oh. Okay, so for your future energy, because of this, because you've released this, and you've really kind of, stood in your power in regards to your love. With the Queen of Cups and the Lovers here, the King of Cups shows up, right? That's divine counterparts. And that shows up in your future energy. So, and it says Prince of the Chariot of the Waters. And the word chariot kind of makes me think of like the Cancer card Chariot. And I mean, but also like it could just mean like there's movement in his life, or he needs to, move. Because with the Queen, she's the Queen of the Thrones of Waters. So I feel like the Prince of the Chariot of Waters is kind of indicating that there's movement in his life. And it's kind of fucking adorable. I love this about this card. He's got a flower in his hand. He's just like, and he's like looking at the Queen of Cups like, are you guys seeing this right now? This amazing queen, she's like oblivious. She's like, la la la. She's in La La Land, and he's just like, oh my god. That's kind of the energy I see. Like, they may have already noticed and acknowledged you while your head has been turned and like focused on whatever, spiritual things you need to let go of. So, alright. What else does my Aquarius need to know? Yeah, we have the Blasted Tower in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Cups. So this is kind of reiterating, I think, what we've already talked about. Like, something had to fall apart here. You had to let go of something. We have 9 and 10 indicating the ending of a cycle, but they're in reverse, so I kind of feel like this has already occurred, or it is to occur, I guess. But it's in regards to, your lower self also letting go of your karmic debts here. Four of Cups shows me that this inevitably leads to a solid foundation in love. A solid, it's like you had to let go of something that was kind of materialistic, because it keeps showing up in Pentacles, right? And which kind of indicates like a shallow energy, or like a like superficial, skin deep kind of energy. And I feel the energy of letting that go and kind of pulling in the cups, like pulling in the thing that you actually have deep feelings about, and letting go of things that were only skin deep, alrighty, so let's pull some oracles. Because in your outcomes, like, yeah, you've got a lot of overcoming shit, but in your outcomes, this is what you've worked for. The King, Queen of Cups, the Lover's card, you've worked for that, and it's kind of just this energy of you get what you work for, kind of like you don't settle for less, and you won't get less, Yeah, we've got Sweet Temptation, and Family Matters. So this could be in regards to somebody that you wanted to build a family with in the past, right? This temptation, which I kind of told you, the past is kind of showing up, trying to, offer you something. But I feel like this is a test, dude. This is a spiritual test. And you know what? What a fucking crazy time to be doing that during the season of Lent. During the time when Jesus was being tempted by the devil for like 40 days. It's kind of like I almost get that symbolic vibe here where it's like, this is kind of the season of temptation, you know? Spring is coming up. Things are blossoming. You know, it really is the season of temptation, I think. And I feel like right now you're being tested. I feel like you're getting put through the fire to be like, oh, do you really want that? Or are you willing to settle for less? Like, I think you're being tested. And I don't think you're gonna settle. You're too good for it, honestly. You're an Aquarius. Like, we could hold out forever. Sanctuary. Seek sanctuary inside of yourself, dude. Always remember, inside of your skin is the safest place. Spread your wings, bro. It's time to fly. It's time to transcend all this little stupid shit that tries to come your way. You know, it's like, temptation ain't got shit on this divine connection. That's what I'm seeing. So that's what I pretty much have for you. I hope this was helpful. I cannot wait to read for you again. Namaste. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.